Hello, boys and girls. Here's Miss Cheryl, and it's time for a Bible story and a song. Our story today is about a man in the Bible named Joseph. Now, Joseph had a lot of dreams, but one night he had a really important dream. He said, and he was telling this to his brothers, he said, I had a dream last night, and in my dream, someday I'm going to be ruler over a big country and a lot of people. Well, his brothers laughed at him. They were kind of jealous anyway. But now it didn't happen right away. There was a big time had to go on. And in that meantime, Joseph was sold into slavery by his own brothers. And that, if that's not even enough, he was later put in jail for a crime he didn't even commit. What do you think about that? That doesn't seem fair, does it? But then one day, King Pharaoh's, one of his men called a cupbearer, he had a dream too, and he couldn't figure out what the dream meant. So somebody said, well, you need to go talk to Joseph about your dream. He can probably tell you. So the cupbearer went to him, told him his dream, and Joseph said, yes, I know what that dream means. And it was good news for the cupbearer. So he was so happy. He told Joseph, he said, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. When I get out of prison, I'm going to help you out. I'll remember you. I'll help you. But poor Joseph, the cupbearer, got out of prison and forgot all about Joseph. Well, Joseph just stayed patient, and he kept waiting on God, believing God was going to bring his dream true someday. So he waited and waited, and he waited 2 years. That's a long time to wait on something. And it's like you go into school in first grade, and then you finish that whole year and you go back to school in the second grade. Now you've been in school for 2 years. It's a long time. And you could break that down and say you've been waiting for 24 months. And if you're a math lover and you like to figure things out, that would be the same as 730 days. Woo. And then something more exciting about that would be, now it's a big number, 17,520 hours would be that many in 2 years' time. But Joseph kept trusting God. And one day the king himself had a dream. He couldn't figure out what it meant. He brought in all of his trusted men who were trained in that area and asked them the dream. Nobody could tell the king what his dream meant. The dream said, the king said, you find me somebody that can tell me what this dream means. I have to know. Finally, somebody said, you know, I remember some guy in jail. He was answering people what their dreams meant. Maybe he could help you. So I think his name was Joseph, I believe. So the king said, you go get that Joseph and you bring him to me. So they went, got Joseph and brought him into the king. The king told him the dream. And Joseph said, yes, king, I know what that dream means. That means God is going to bless you and your country for 7 years. And during that 7 years, you're going to have a lot of grain that's going to grow. You're going to have a lot of food. There's going to be a lot of money, prosperity. But at the end of that, there's going to be 7 more years that there's nothing. No plants will grow, no food to eat. You'll have no money. So you need to prepare for that. During those 7 years, when you have a lot of food and money, you need to save every bit of it that you can. And then when the bad 7 years come, you'll still have enough food and money to feed your people during that time of famine. Well, the king was very pleased. He said, Joseph, oh, that is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to help you because you were able to interpret my dream. I'm going to make you second in command over my whole country. I will be the only one over you. You will be the second most powerful man in the whole country. So see, God promised Joseph that if he stayed true to him and waited for the right time, God answers his prayers. And so he does that for us too, boys and girls. We're his kids. So he would do that for us. If you feel like God's calling you to do something and it's not quite right, you just wait and God will let you know when it is. You might have to wait a while. So there's a little song. I'm going to get the words here for you. Our boys and girls here aren't here to help us today. But this is just a really simple little song. And the words are, "You, O Lord, are powerful. I've seen what you can do. But even though you're mighty and strong, you're kind and loving too. You help me out when I'm in need. Thank you, God, for loving me. You, O Lord, are powerful. I've seen what you can do." Now, I'll play it for you and sing it once. You can sing with me. All right? It kind of sounds like that song of Old MacDonald. You remember that tune, right? Okay. You, O Lord, are powerful. I've seen what you can do. But even though you're mighty strong, you're kind and loving too. You help me out when I'm in need. Thank you, God, for loving me. You, O Lord, are powerful. I've seen what you can do. Yes, and in your life, you'll be able to see what God can do for you if you just wait and be faithful to serving God. Bye-bye.